Hi, and thank you for joining us. We begin with a potential major escalation in the Middle East. Sources tell CBS News the U.S. and Israel are planning to bomb Iranian power plants, refineries, and other energy sector-related infrastructure. Earlier, the president said he is now losing faith in Iran's ability and willingness to come to a peace deal during today's cabinet meeting. The president says the U.S. military has done, quote, an amazing job there and accused Iran of continuously lying at the negotiating table.
They'll get weaker. They'll get a little stronger maybe now, but they'll get weaker and then they peter out. Yeah, sure. I think so. I mean, it'd be foolish to say no. You know, you always have to keep your guard up.
CBS News National Security Coordinating Producer James LaPorta joins us now. What more are we learning about these plans for strikes on energy infrastructure, and how soon could they occur?
Right. So right now what we know is that the United States and Israel are planning a joint operation that would seek to bomb and target Iran's energy infrastructure. So this would be things like oil refineries, power plants, things like that. And in terms of the timing, it could happen as soon as this weekend. Now, I do need to stress here that no final decision has been made. That ultimately lies with President Trump. But this is planning that is currently ongoing.
Why is the administration considering taking this route?
So one of the reasons is to force Iran's hand into a deal. It's sending a message to Iran that we're going to target your energy infrastructure and show you that by continuing this conflict, the costs for you are going to continue to rise. So that's one thing, one of the messages that the United States is trying to do is try to force Iran into making a deal. The second thing is Iran has continued to not come to the table and make a deal, particularly because Iran has hard lines that they're not going to secede ground. And so the deal-making has not really panned out for the Trump administration. So it's really about sending a message to come to the table. Now, I will say, targeting energy infrastructure, you run a risk, right? There's both a strategic and an economic risk by targeting these, because one, it could have an impact on the global oil markets, and two, you could be inviting a stronger Iranian response.
James LaPorta, thank you. We have team coverage on this. Let's go now to CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi. Olivia, President Trump has repeatedly stated the conflict was essentially done. This would be ongoing, but we also heard him say Americans should basically expect these back and forths to continue. What more are we learning about the White House's posture?
Well, that's right, Lindsay. The president held a very rare on-the-road cabinet meeting today at Camp David. This is just the third time he's really been to Camp David. But it was notable because he had some conversations there with his top officials about next steps. That's what you heard James LaPorta just lay out there. But when talking about the future of the war with Iran, the president did say Americans should expect these tit-for-tat strikes to continue. He said it'd be foolish to rule them out, that there's a possibility that they are going to continue. He also said, as far as those reports that the military will go big and hit Iran hard over the next couple of weeks, he said, we're going to go big. We've already gone big. And he talked about the structures that they have attacked inside of Iran, and talking about their military and talking about their Air Force, their Navy. But the president did concede that Iran still has capability. That is what was notable out of that cabinet meeting today. He said, they don't have no capability. They have some, but very little. But we want to win. So that was what the president said about continuing these strikes inside of Iran. So very notable there. In making a deal, though, the president did criticize them and said he's losing faith. He called them dishonest and dishonorable to deal with. And just to put this all in context, the president said if there is no deal, we will start doing those strikes on energy infrastructure and bridges inside of Iran. So wrapping all of our reporting together, it does seem that there are some considerations to start those strikes very soon.
Olivia Rinaldi, thank you.